Good afternoon. My name is Tracy Rolle and I am a citizen of South Fulton. I'm also a former candidate in District 1. I have received some inboxes and some text regarding what is going on in the city of South Fulton. It's sad that we have to receive that, but as former candidates, we still do receive correspondence from our concerned individuals in our community. I would like to give my take on this. I think that we have, as a city, become unfocused. We've become distracted. I think there's a power struggle there. A power struggle. As a leadership, it is a responsibility of the elected officials to make us feel comfortable about the decisions that they're making. What I see here is I see lack of trust within the leadership. I see lack of trust within the city. We're not understanding what's going on in the city because we're not given information. When we campaigned, there were over 70 of us. And I think what was pretty consistent across the board was that we were going to find communication channels. We were going to be communicating to allow the community to give their voice in many channels, not just town halls, but many channels. What has happened is we've gotten leadership in place, and then we've had people who are to be the operational. Our operational is not supporting our leadership. I say this because we have a leadership that is ran by city manager. The council made a decision, and it may not be the decision that we like, but they made a decision. And it was up to the city manager to make sure that that decision was in place. Now, what I heard today is really discouraging, because when we should be focusing on important things in our city, we're still dealing with old issues because our operational is not listening to leadership. I don't agree with the councils. I have told anyone who asked me, I don't agree with the council's aides. But I do understand that there are some people, in order to operate their city in a certain standard, who may need that assistance. This is what I say to the city council and the mayor, and I say to the operational people who are set to task to follow through with what the council and the mayor have put in place. You can't run a city doing what you want to do. We have had several threats regarding violation of charter. Okay, I don't know the charter backwards and forwards, because as far as I'm concerned, if there's an issue, we need to address the people about it. That's not happening. But you are to be the operational and to implement what your leadership has directed you to do. Our failure has started because our leadership can't even trust operational. Everybody is going vigilante. They're doing what they're doing. Now, I'm not going to put it all on operational, because council, you're supposed to be smart enough to understand when they're strategically trying to sabotage you. Leadership means that not only are you to lead, you are to do due diligence, and you are to represent the people that you're leading. I would say the first thing that kind of bothers me is that we don't have the communication channel to get the proper information from the constituents. If you have a communications person, you need to be there to get the information to the people. That is part of your job. You are to help them come up with communication avenues. We all campaign on great ideas. I don't see any of that. I do see that you have a council who's struggling to have power regarding issues that they should have come to the constituents for in the first place. But, okay, we're past that point. I do understand as a council, it is hard for you to do your job when you got to watch your back. I understand that too. You're a team. This is a community. If you think that you are going to be able to be successful and to build a great city without creating the communication avenues to your people, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work. If we didn't need the constituents, you wouldn't have needed them to vote you in. You have a leadership out there of 70 people who volunteered. And you know what? Are they being utilized? Your communication channel is right there. What I see is a power struggle again. Is this really about your constituents and using the avenues that are available to you, like previous candidates? Or is it about you? If you're going to make it about you, then that's not good leadership. That's not good leadership at all. We all promise communication, transparency, and accountability. And we expect that you do that. With this being said, you guys need to get into a retreat. That is money that I would approve. You need to get into a retreat and see how you guys can make this right, how you can mend, and how you can collaborate. What we do know is that there's a lot of hostility because they don't understand where a lot of these people are coming from. Not just within leadership, but people out here. I sent in an open records request asking, did any citizens take any positions in the city? I didn't get a response because you know why? Maybe we're just not that important. If you're not responding to requests, then you're surely not listening to your constituents. I have yet to stand in front of that podium at the council meeting. And you know why? I think it's a waste of time. Are you getting answers? Maybe some of you are. I just think that we need to start doing a direct focus. If you want to know if it's right for your city, ask your city. If your city is telling you that the present leadership does not feel that they are being taken care of or listened to, then maybe you need to change that operational leadership you have there. You guys need to decide what it's going to take for you to work together. We don't want to see this on the news anymore. We don't want to see people saying that they're leaving the city. We don't want to see this. This is a great city. We had a great agenda. I hate the mission statement. I really do. I don't know about anybody else, but we had priorities. They were public safety and branding. We talked about economic growth, but we all know economic growth is not going to come when you don't have the ear of your constituents, when you don't have your constituents feeling safe, when you don't have opportunities for your citizens that live in your city. We need to make some changes, and if we don't make those changes, it's not going to get any better. This is not going to solve itself. You guys need to go to a retreat, go to a cabin for a weekend, and you need to decide that you're going to agree that it's not about you. And I think once you do that, then you'll start having an open ear. You'll inspire us to maybe want to come out. And citizens, you need to come out, because the sidebar conversations do not allow your leadership to understand that you're not happy. As I said, when you start to put the unity, I said this on my campaign and I still say it, when there's no unity in the community, you're going to have chaos. Until you decide to make this a city that is inspired to grow and to want to participate, and when you decide to put your egos aside and allow the people who really wanted to serve to help you to run this city, you're going to be in chaos. And this is not personal. It doesn't matter who voted for you. It doesn't matter. We all decided that we wanted to be a part of this city and to serve. And until we all decide that we all can have a part and we can be a partnership, even if we don't like each other, we're going to have problems. And this city is not going to heal. I felt compelled to do this, and I really hope that my other former candidates speak out, because your constituents are still looking for you to be there, to serve, and to be a voice. It doesn't matter if they did not, if it wasn't their candidate that won. We're a city. And I really hate to think that it's going to take round 2 to get this city together. I think that we can do it now. And the only way we can do it is if we can stop doing the stuff that we're doing, backstabbing, cronyism. If we can stop doing all this stuff and be above board, be transparent. Where's the general ledger? We need that. We need to see what we're spending our money in, and maybe we can even help you guys to get this budget down. But until you decide to allow the citizens to be a part of this and to listen and not, basically not rule under your own watch, we're going to have chaos. And I say this with love. I don't have any issues with anyone that I can't resolve for the unity of this community. And we need to do that. Again, I'm Tracy Rolle, former candidate, District 1. And my heart bleeds looking at what's going on. And we need to do something about it. And I hope that constituents, that you will voice your opinion, you will do the same. If you're not getting responses like me, then we need to try another avenue. We need to try another avenue. But if you're going to have sidebar, you're not going to be involved, you're not going to come out and let them know what you stand for, then you fall for everything. Thank you.